I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today. Well, not different, but for a different reason. I had a client who brought me a guitar and he wants me to do a setup on it, clean it up, make it sound really nice. Everything I can. But he doesn't want it for himself. He's actually bringing this guitar in so he can donate it to a local music school. Get it in the hands of a kid who's never owned a guitar or maybe can't afford to own a guitar. And that is a project I can get behind. So I've got this Ibanez Talman TC420 that I'm going to be taking a look at today, working on, and see what I can do to make this the best instrument that it can be. Stick around. Hey everybody, I'm Brant, and today in the shop I've got this Ibanez Talman TC420 guitar. I'm going to be doing a little setup. And I gotta say, when my buddy Tommy brought me this guitar and told me the story about it, I was all over it. I was like, that is great. That is fantastic. Count me in. I'm not going to charge you a dime, and I will do whatever I can to make this a really nice instrument for whoever gets it. Beautiful looking kind of telly style. I've got some specs and stuff on this guitar. I believe these were only made between 1995 and 1998. A 3-year run on these Ibanez guitars, which I would think would make this kind of thing a little rare. Some of the hardware on here and then the pickup configuration and everything, I think makes this pretty special. So let me get you some specs on it. So like I said, these were made between 1995 and 1998, made in Korea. Bunch of different finishes. This one's just black with the pearloid pick guard. It has a 5-way switch, single volume, single tone. Really interesting placement of the output jack with the plate on this tone here. It is a basswood body, a one-piece maple neck, and a rosewood fingerboard. What else? The bridge pickup is listed as an Ibanez PSN D2 humbucker. I have no idea what any of those numbers mean, but if that means anything to you, that's what's in here. And the neck pickup is an Ibanez PSN D1 humbucker. 22 frets, dot inlays, basswood body, I said that. I don't know what kind of nut is in this guitar, if this is plastic or synthetic. I don't think that it's bone. Just regular closed back tuners on the back here. Got the Ibanez Talman logo. Interesting, the white truss rod cover. I don't know about the frets, if they're nickel or stainless steel. I'm going to assume that they're nickel. There are a couple of interesting looking things on this guitar as far as potential issues. The first one, I don't know if you can tell, but if you look at those bridge posts, it's almost like it's not a Floyd Rose trim, obviously, but it's got the kind of where it's just resting against the screws there. But I don't know if you can see those screws, those posts are leaning quite a bit forward. And I wonder, I can almost see the bushings underneath them, and they look like they may be tilted. So that's very interesting. The other thing that's very interesting is that in the trim, we've got 5 springs on this claw. Now, I don't know if that is what is causing those posts to be moved so much forward. This guitar did not come with a trem bar, although there is a spot for one here. The humbuckers on this are really nice. I'll give you a little sound demo in a bit. The fret ends are pretty good. Actually, they're really good. They're not rounded ball end frets or anything like that, but there's not any sign of sharpness. Maybe a little bit when you get up into this higher registry, but honestly, it's minimal at best. The pots are a bit scratchy, which I will also demonstrate shortly. So we might need to spray some deoxit in there. There is a spot on the pick guard where it doesn't seem to be lying flat on the body. Now, I believe this is the original pick guard. This is what I was typically seeing looking at these, and it's also kind of bulging over on this side a little bit. I don't know if you can notice it. So I got to figure out what's causing that, if it's just the pick guard is warping, or if they're, because it's older. I mean, this thing could be, you know, 30 years old at this point, or if there's something actually underneath there that's causing that. It's got nice the mushroom style strap buttons on there, and that's really about it. Bolt-on neck. That's really all we've got going on this guitar. So let me give you a little sound demo, and then we'll start taking off the strings and seeing what needs to be addressed on this guitar. But I want to spend some time with this. You know, I told him when he gave it to me that you know, I'm down with that cause, that he's going to give this to somebody who needs a guitar, and I'd like to contribute whatever I can. So whether it's filing frets or fret leveling or addressing any issues here, we'll see what's going on with the trem system. I'm going to do everything that I can, that my skill set will allow me to do, and whoever gets this has a really quality instrument. So let me get this plugged in and we'll give you a little sound demo. So I've got this plugged in to my audio interface, which is going in my computer. I do not have any effects running on this. This is just a clean channel. And I don't even know if it's in tune. I tuned it up earlier, but I don't know if it stayed there. If you can hear how scratchy those pots are. So volume works. Sometimes the tone works, sometimes it doesn't. It's pretty scratchy. I don't know if I'm going to have to replace the tone pot. I might, or I might just spray some deoxit in there and see if that fixes it. I don't know until I get under the hood of this thing. I don't know if I have. I think I have a full-size pot lying around, and I know I have some tiny ones. I don't like using those, so maybe I'll replace that. We'll see. We'll see when I get under the hood. Let me see if it's in tune. Close enough. It's sort of in tune. I will say the action on here is pretty high. I really want to check the neck and see what's going on there, because it does look like a little bit of a, it's got a little bit of an up angle to it. I don't know if you can tell or not. But the action is pretty high down here. See what's going on with this trem. Anyway, let's just hear how it sounds. So I am in the neck position. Just making sure my effects are off. Oh, it's gonna need some adjustment. That was the neck. Let's hear the middle. Seems like there's an awful lot of the pickups sound pretty good. I don't know how clean the guitar is sounding. Let's see what the bridge is like. The bridge sounds like a bridge. So let's try a little. It's a bridge. Did I say this at a 5-way switch? I'm at a 3-way switch. Middle. And neck. I'm not hearing a huge difference between the middle and the neck position. But the bridge. Definite difference there, but I do think the pickups are pretty hot in this. I'll have to measure. I'll have to get a reading on these pickups and see what they're running at. But I think they sound pretty good. If this was going to be my first guitar, thrilled beyond belief. This is an amazing little instrument, I think. Anyway, I can't wait to get into it and start cleaning it up and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and do that in a little bit, and I'll see you soon. All right, I thought before I get started, I'd get some readings on those pickups. So there's a couple of things I'm a little concerned about with this guitar. First is this trem system, what's going on there with the posts and everything. I almost feel like it's pulled way too tight, and that's what's making the neck bend up. I don't know, I'm not sure. And the other thing is these pickups and tone pots. I'm not seeing a huge difference and reading between the, or in the sound between the neck and the middle pickup. So I'm just gonna get a reading. I don't know if you can see my multimeter. So in the neck we've got 10.7. Okay. In the middle we've got 6.8, somewhere in there. 7 something. So some difference there. And in the bridge we have 10.4, 10.3. Interesting. Okay. So seeing some difference in the numbers, it's just interesting to me that there's not much difference in sound between the neck and the middle position. Sound, to my ears, they sound very similar. Let me go ahead and get the strings off. Ooh, this video is getting a little bit long. I think I'm gonna make a part 2. So I'm gonna come back in the next video and we'll get the strings off and take a look at everything. Get under here, see what we need to address with this. The claw on the back. I don't know why we have 5 springs on there. I guess I'll find out. Maybe take the neck out and do our checks and everything in the next video. Anyway, that's going to do it for me for this one. We'll come back to this in the next video. Thanks again for watching. Sure appreciate everybody who tunes into the channel and interacts. You guys are the best. And we'll see you in the next video. Until then, as always, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Cheers.